Okay, so the chicken is done now. Um, I just emptied the juices and put it into, emptied the water, chicken juices, and put it into a bowl. And that's for the gravy. Just put into a bowl. Usually I use a glass bowl just because it's hot. And if you put into a plastic, anything plastic, you never know if that plastic's going to melt into your food, which is bad for you. Just common sense. Okay, so there's the chicken. I didn't really baste it at all, but it's definitely good to baste it and moisten it every once in a while if you have time. So now I'm just going to moisten it and put the juices all over it, because I'm going to turn it up and crunch the skin up a bit. See how the skin is soft? The chicken, I know it looks a little flat and the legs are falling off. That is because I slow cooked it and the chicken is literally falling off the bone. So if you're wondering why it looks like that, that's why. Okay, so I have my gravy chicken drippings, and I'm going to put the chicken back in with no lid this time. There we go, back in there, and I'm going to turn it up to say 375, just to crisp it up there. So that'll be cooking. The vegetables are done. I just boiled them till they were tender. Potatoes are done. I just boiled them till they were soft. So now I'm going to make the gravy. So how I start the gravy is I grab some butter, about a tablespoon, depending how much gravy you need. If you have a bigger chicken, definitely more butter. But this is usually about how much butter I put. It's actually just a tablespoon. It looks like it's more in the picture for some reason. So that's that. A wooden spoon is the best for this, just because it really mixes it up. So just let the butter melt here, and I have some gluten-free all-purpose baking flour. It's from the organic store, so it's one of the better flours. I'm pretty sure it's whole wheat. It's bean flour. Yeah. Anyways, whole wheat flour is probably the best flour to use. I know flour is not too good for you. Well, if it's whole wheat, it's not as bad, but you just use a little bit in this meal. So you put just a little bit in, just to make it like a dough with the butter, and it shouldn't be so hot. But so I'm gonna just take it off, and sorry. So there we go. There's the gravy. So it shouldn't be a gravy already. So then you add more flour, just to make it that dough. Sorry, I'm trying to make this gravy and make sure the iPod's on here. So it's a little all over the place, but I'm trying my best here. So there we go. Now I put a little bit too much flour. So you just gotta test it out. Make it like a dough. That way you can knead out the flour in it. Yeah, this isn't gonna work too well because I have to hold this. So I'm just gonna put it down. Okay, so this is how it should look. It's like a dough, like a baking dough. So you just make a dough with the butter, and flour, and you make a dough with that. Okay, and now I am gonna slowly add the chicken juices in there. Maybe just 1 scoop in there, and then I'll stir it up. Notice it slowly gets more thinner, and you just got to keep kneading it. That way when it's gravy there's no clumps. So do that. Add a little more, 1 more scoop. I know it can splash sometimes. I know when I first started making this, when my grandma taught me, I would splash it a lot. So don't be scared to just go slow at first until the dough absorbs the water. And then it slowly turns into kind of like a paste almost. Keep stirring it until you get it nice and smooth. You want to get all the dry clumps out. There we go. So now it's like a paste. You want to go slow and add the water slowly this part, because you want this paste to be smooth before you add too much water. That's the big thing about clumping up your gravy. Once you have it smooth, you can slowly add a lot more water to it. Just because it's all the flour is kind of smoothened out. So it's a little hard not having it over the heat because I'm trying to show you this while the iPad sticks off, but it's the best for now. So I just added some heat to it, and now it's like literally mashed potatoes. So now you could just literally add big quantities of the juice in now, and it will not clump. You just have to make sure you don't add too much because you don't want the gravy a water. So now you're just worried about it being too watery or too thick. Okay. So there's the gravy. It's a lot harder trying to cook while you're trying to explain it, but I might have put it a little bit too thin. But the good thing about that is when you let it sit, it thickens up. So we still have the chicken cooking. Have to crispen up. Oh, okay, the steam is getting it. It's hard to see it, but it's starting to crisp up and brown and get crispy like the Superstore ones. Okay, so there's the gravy. We're gonna let that just heat up and cook a little bit. And I'm gonna start the potatoes. Or I guess people know how to make mashed potatoes. So there's the gravy. See, it's already starting to thicken up already again. I think it's because I didn't have it on the heat, so it didn't get the chance to thicken up. Because the heat makes it thick and cooks the flour up and cooks the dough up. So there's that. Add some more juices. I know my grandma and my mom put the potato or vegetable water in just to water it down a little bit